The New York Post says Robert Plant ripped up a contract for a Led Zeppelin reunion tour. Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones had already signed on to the $800 million deal with Richard Branson, but Plant had other ideas. He stunned the billionaire by tearing the agreement to pieces right in front of the promoters.
John passed away in 1980, and you just have to pick up and go. And the essence of a four-piece band is four pieces. And he and I had played together since we were like 16, and it was a big hole in all our lives. And I just thought it was time to move along. You know.
I mean, sure, it was so much fun to play with those guys, but you have to let that go, or you'll just be sad all the time.
It doesn't sound like you're ever getting back together for a farewell tour.
That won't happen.
We already had.
Will not happen. But I mean, I do miss performing. I miss writing with these guys. I miss the challenge and the horror of trying to make myself happy and make them happy, and then, but. As Mike said.
Is there any chance that we're going to have a reunion?
Not a hope, I would have said. But it's, as far as I'm concerned, love to, but no.
The final note has played on Slayer's touring career, and according to guitarist Kerry King's wife, she expects it will stay that way. When one commenter on her Instagram post suggested they'd be back in 2022, King replied, "Not a chance in hell." When the commenter replied, "Mick Mars and Slash also said that," King offered, "Kerry King is not Mick Mars or Slash." Reiterating her stance as well as the band's status, she told other doubting commenters, "Last, final, the end, and never, 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 never."
Do you still have a bromance with Tom?
I talked to him not too long ago.
Okay.
I talked to him a couple months, right before we left to go out on this tour, actually.
And how is he?
He's good.
Yeah.
Very happy. He seems really stoked with all of his... But it's not UFO investigation. I guess it's extra extraordinary kind of stuff.
Yeah. And just whilst we're on the topic, it would be awful if I didn't ask, because as I say, I'm a huge fan. Is there, when will we see him back in the frame for Blink? You did say it would happen one day.
I did? I said it would happen one day? I don't know. I'll never say never.
Maybe not in the near future, but you know.
I don't know. We haven't even talked about it. And like I said, he seems really happy doing what he's doing. And obviously, we're very happy doing what we're doing. Yeah. And we'll see what the future holds.
So what we did was we made an agreement among ourselves. It takes a unanimous decision of anything, you know, for it to go forward. Because this is we're blood brothers. We're a brotherhood here, right? And so the only way something could be decided was if we all agreed on it. I hear on the radio this commercial for an oil company that's got this album that you can get if you buy 5 gallons of gas or whatever, and it's a compilation, a whole bunch of different artists, and Proud Mary's on there, right? Now, this is just a couple weeks after the Exxon Valdez thing. We finally learned that the other 3 guys have sold their voting right in Creedence to Saul Zaentz, my worst enemy, the guy at the record company. But that really betrayed me. You go fix all those things that are still hurting me now that you set in motion, and then maybe I'll listen to your apology. But right now, it's a pretty empty apology. Okay. I'm still being clobbered.
Since you co-founded the Smiths, do you ever miss that group?
No. We were very young. We didn't know what we were doing, and we didn't like each other that much. So it was nice when it finished.
The whole way they've dumbed down Dead Kennedys into one big cash scam, and my picture keeps appearing in fake reunion show ads, and then they run off with the money to the next town. I don't want any part of that.
Right.
I'm not a retro guy anyway. I've worked really hard to set myself up, but I've never had to be.
Right.
So, if they're willing to undo every last bit of damage they've done, maybe we'll talk. But, so far they've been, too, caught up in their own star trips and just plain cowardly to even consider it.
Meg and I had really no idea what people wanted from a male and female on stage. We didn't really know what that part of the deal was. What we wanted to represent that was femininity and masculinity, and telling both sides of the story of whatever song was being performed.
Some bad news. Jack White confirmed there'll be no more from him and Meg as the White Stripes.
Yesterday, Liam admits they have been approached to get back together, but blames his brother Noel in an expletive-filled Twitter rant, saying, quote, Wahey, I think I'm saying that right. We're getting back together. Noel Gallagher being minted and rich as F. He's doing it for nothing. Me being a desperate bleep and have F all else going for himself. I'm doing it for the cash. Come on, you know, we've been offered £100 million for a tour. Still not enough for the greedy soul. Oh well, stay young.